Hey gang, Rodin here. Welcome on back to the Cade as we are carrying on with our revisitation of Metal Gear Solid from 1998 for the PlayStation 1. In the last episode, we were able to make it through the backside of our battle with Psycho Mantis and get to an area where we were introduced, kind of by proxy, to the next boss that we're going to have to fight in this game, who is the Foxhound Sharpshooter Sniper Wolf. In the process of doing so, Meryl got picked off a couple of times by Wolf, and we have had to go all the way back to Building 1 in order to pick up the sniper rifle, which we will need to bring her back down. Now, what we will have to do in this one is we've got to go work our way back through this cave complex. I'm going to put the night vision goggles on so I can see a little bit better and put on my SOCOM pistol, because we will have wolves to deal with in here. You see, there's one there. There we go. Put him down. Nope, can't get the FAMAS bullets. Get those bullets. Whoa. Now, one of the ways you can get the wolves to ignore you is if you put on the cardboard box and essentially have one of the wolves pee on the box. And I'm not kidding. That's what you can do to get them to leave you alone. Is that a wolf will walk up, sniff the box, and then cock a leg and pee on it. But from that point onward, you will have the smell of one of the wolves, and the wolves won't bother you because you'll basically smell like one of their own. But for the purpose of this, I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to shut the night vision goggles off and equip. Whoop. Card 5. Get up. So, the critical things that we're going to have to deal with in this part of the game are, obviously, we have the sniper rifle, which is great. But the other thing that we're going to need to utilize, we've got a full complement of rations. We've also got a full complement of diazepam. And if you don't know what diazepam is, in some ways it's a really good thing, because it's an actual compound you can take, because it's an anti-anxiety drug. It's also a tranquilizer. We need to be able to pop one of these, so when we automatically equip the sniper rifle and go into sniper mode, where we're looking at the reticle to find where Wolf is and to hit her, it won't shake. If we don't have the diazepam running through our system when we're doing this, we can't lock onto her well enough in order to take her out. Now, it's only going to take a couple of shots to do it. It should not be that super difficult to do, but it can be a little bit tricky. And there is a methodology to it that I follow, and I've always followed to take on this fight, because we're at the end of a long corridor. Now, you could try and move further up and hit her, but the closer you try and get, the easier it is for her to pick you off. And it's just better that I have found in all the years I've played it to do it this way. Not saying it's the definitive way to do it. I'm saying the chances of success are a lot better. So with that, we'll crack the door open. And the first thing we want to do is we want to be able to get out of the immediate line of fire, because we're going to see a red beam that will show up, followed by her immediately starting to fire. Now, we took so long to get over here after getting the PSG-1 that Meryl is no longer there, but the bloodstains from where she went down clearly are. Now, we can't get a shot at her here because we're facing this wall. So what we got to do We got to stay out of the way for one. Pop a diazepam. And then get a spot where we can look forward. And you got to make sure you do it because it'll make it a lot quicker to do this. And there she is. What we want to do is we want to kind of get out of the line of fire and reset. Now, the diazepam hasn't worn off yet. But we need to definitely take a ration, and at this point, I'm going to take another one. I'm going to get out of the way and get up. Alright, now she's being difficult. No, I'm facing the wrong way. See, and that's the thing, is that if you're not facing directly forward, you can lose so much time. There we go. Finally got her. Ah, get over here. There we go. Now one more shot should do it. And of course the diazepam had to run out right then. There she is. And down she goes. So that was actually a little bit more challenging, and it can be. It's never, with Wolf, it's never a guarantee that it's going to be super easy. But now that I've taken her out, I can come back in here. And I should be able to pick up a ration and other stuff that I had not picked up yet. So come back over here, get the ration, get the FAMAS bullets. Get more PSG-1 bullets and more diazepam. Now, we're not going to really need the diazepam for a while. But we are going to have to fight Sniper Wolf again. So now that we've done that, what we really need to do right now, and hopefully we can do it.
Snake, wouldn't now be a good time to save your mission?
Yes, it would.
What's going on?
I'm not sure. I'm getting a bad feeling.
Bad feeling. Something you ate?
No, I'm serious. Like a premonition or something.
And you do want to save it here.
Snake, it's all up to you.
And even more importantly is I'm going to do a quick save state. Since I'm playing this on an emulator. Because, here's why I did that. Whoop. Not the gun I want to have. Because we're going to hit a game, or hit a point in the game, that is now mission critical. What we're going to have to do is that we are about to be captured. And there's nothing we can do about it. It is part of the game. But in doing so, we are going to have to find a way to make sure that we can survive it. If we don't, the game will end. And we will immediately go back to the beginning of it. There is no continues involved, and they will make a point of it. And we can't go through that door anyway because we don't have a level 6 key. We have a level 5 key. But you saw there was blood on the stairs.
It's hard to miss when you're this close.
But we didn't kill Wolf because there
Toss
she
your weapon
is.
over here. Slowly.
So if you've never played this game before,
Come back here. Stupid man.
and you get to this point, you need to be prepared for it. Because it is possible that the next part of the game, which we will get to before this episode is over,
Do you want to die now?
it can
Or after your female friend?
really bite you in the
Which would
butt.
it be?
I'll die after I kill you.
Is that right? Well, at least you've got spirit. I am Sniper Wolf, and I always kill what I aim at. Oh, you're my special prey. Got it? Oh, I've left my mark on you. I won't forget it. Until I kill you. You're all I think about.
And now we get knocked out.
Take him away.
So this is as close as we got to the north building.
Don't kill me yet. I'm man. Leave it to me. I want no more accidents like that.
And this bit is going to linger on for a couple of minutes. Which I could jump through, but this is fairly important to the story. So, at the moment, it looks like we are in like a medical operating room or something, judging by the lights. All we can do is move our head around. That's it. We can't see anything
Who I am.
except a door, windows, lights.
The man who stole what was rightly mine. The man who...
So we're going to get this bit of conversation and exposition, and then they'll move forward with it. But if you are familiar with this game, you know where we're at. This is, we are now in the
good from. And
clutches of
after the
Liquid
sacrifice
Snake,
of our brothers, after 13
Revolver
long
Ocelot, and
years,
Sniper Wolf. And what we're going to have to deal with is we're going to have to deal with Ocelot, who is about to interrogate us via torture to get information about what we know about Metal Gear. And we've got to be able to withstand that in order to make it to the next part of the game.
DNA too?
There's two key things to bear in mind in this section of the game.
Still alive.
Because what you got to do in order to stay alive is you got to pound the circle button to keep your life
Then we'll
up
be able to
to
cure
withstand it. If you don't and you run out of life, that's it. It is truly game over. The only thing it will do is let you exit back to the main title screen. And if
Have they
you
given in
give
for
up,
demands
you
yet?
have an option to do that. If you do,
They won't give you.
Meryl does not make
They're
it to
all
the end of the game.
hypocrites, every one of them.
So if you want to keep Meryl alive, you've got to make sure that you get through this
They
part of the
always
game.
put
And
politics
if you don't want to have it be complete,
That's
in
why
total
they
game
want to
over,
avoid any leak
then
about their
you gotta
precious
make it
new
through this part of the
nuclear
game.
weapon.
That's your
Boss,
parameters.
it looks like our friend is awake.
So now we get to finally meet Liquid Snake.
There definitely is a resemblance, don't you think, little brother? Or should I say, big brother? Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You and I are both the last surviving sons of Big Boss. It's me.
Don't you hate it when you get interrupted
Then what?
in pre-monologue mode?
Those idiots! All right, Raven. I'll be right there. They're not responding to our demands. We launched the first one in 10 hours as planned.
Damn Americans.
Looks like you read them wrong.
Something's funny. Normally the Americans are the first ones to the negotiating table. They must think they've got something up their sleeves.
So it's come down to it, has it? We're going to launch that nuke and ride it all the way into history.
I've got to take care of some launch preparations. You're in charge here, Ocelot.
What about you? Want to stay for the show?
I'm not interested. It's time to feed the family.
So you prefer your wolves to my show, huh?
Ocelot, don't screw up like you did with the chief.
Yes, I know. That was an accident. I didn't think a pencil pusher like him would be so tough.
Well, his mental defenses were reinforced by hypnotherapy.
Boss, what about that ninja?
He's killed 12 men. Whoever he is, he's some kind of lunatic.
Bastard took my hand. How could he have gotten in here?
Perhaps there's a spy among us. Mantis is dead. We've also got to find out what killed Baker, an octopus. We're short-handed, so make this little torture show of yours as short as possible.
Torture? This is an interrogation.
As you wish. See you later, brother.
And out he goes.
Your woman is still in this world.
Meryl.
Catch you later, handsome.
Once she picks a target, she doesn't think about anything else. Sometimes she even falls in love with them before she kills them. Finally, just the two of us. How are you feeling?
Not bad. Caught a nice nap on this revolving bed of yours. Too bad I was sleeping alone.
Glad to hear that. This is some bed, all right. I'm about to show you some of its nicer features.
Where are my things?
Oh, don't worry. They're all there. Washington was taking quite a chance sending you here. Someone must have had a lot of faith in your skill, huh, carrier boy?
So, Metal Gear's armed with a new type of nuclear warhead, huh?
Why don't you go ask Campbell for the full story?
The Colonel?
By the way, you got an optical disc from President Baker, didn't you?
What if I did?
Is that the only disc? There's no other data?
What do you mean?
There's no copy? If not, that's fine.
Is Meryl okay?
She's not dead yet. Wolf must have been feeling generous. But if you want her to stay that way, you better start answering my questions right now. You were holding one card key. Where are the other two? What's the trick behind that key?
Trick?
That weasel of a president said there's some kind of trick to using the key.
Hell if I know.
I see. No problem, then. We're going to play a game, Snake. And we'll find out what kind of man you really are.
And now we get the parameters of
Pain
what's
becomes
gonna
too great
happen.
to bear. Just give up, and your suffering will end. But if you do, the girl's life is mine. Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no continues, my friend.
Which is exactly why I
Don't
saved
even
it
think
into the
about
save
using
state.
auto fire, or I'll know. I'm going to run a high voltage electric current through your body. If it's just for a short time, it won't kill you.
but I never heard that before.
You're a tough guy, Snake. But I've got some bad news for you. You're no POW. You're a hostage. There's no Geneva Convention. No one is coming to save you. Starting to feel a little scared. Good. You should be. Okay. Let's get started.
Now he's going to run currents at 3 different intervals. And what you've got to do is you've got to make sure you can stay alive through all 3 of them. And it's just a matter of rapid tapping the circle button as best you can. You'll hear a blip and then it'll go.
How did you like that?
And then as soon as the last bit stops,
Shall we go
just
again?
keep tapping as fast as you can and recoup as much life as possible. Now, it is possible to die in this. Just remember that. You got to be tapping really quick. So if I'm not singing, that's why I'm focusing on tapping through this.
You still okay?
And now he's going to do one more. Sometimes he'll do
One
this.
more?
And he had just enough that he almost killed me.
You're a strong man. Well, that's enough for now, I think. You're the boss's brother, all right. Your brother, he's an amazing man. Who else could shoot down 2 F-16s with a Hind helicopter? The Les Infanteries project was not a total failure. He is the one man who could make my dream into a reality.
So now they'll unhook it. And I get dragged away. And my stuff is all still there.
Huh?
And we have a guest.
Looks like I got a roommate. The DARPA chief?
Except we've already met the DARPA chief.
What a stench. Damn, I caught a cold. That witch, she took my clothes.
So this is the same guy who Meryl apprehended his clothes from. And now we're gonna have a conversation with the Colonel.
Are you okay? I've been better.
How's Meryl?
They've got her.
Damn. Snake, the government has decided not to give in to their demands. We're trying to buy some more time.
Come on, Colonel. Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead, wasn't it? You knew it all along, didn't you? Why did you try to hide it?
I'm sorry.
Can't tell the grunts, huh? You've changed a lot. Metal Gear, secret advanced nuclear weapons research. Does the White House know about this? How deep does it go?
As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president had not been briefed about the Rex project.
Need-to-know basis, is that the idea?
These are sensitive times. Even subcritical nuclear tests are causing quite a stir.
Plausible deniability, huh?
Yes. And tomorrow, the president and his Russian counterpart are scheduled to sign the START 3 Accord.
I get it. That's the reason for the deadline.
That's right, Snake. And that's why we can't let this terrorist attack go public.
We still haven't even ratified START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs. This has to do with the president's reputation and America's place as the dominant superpower.
So patriotism is your excuse for circumventing the Constitution?
Please, Snake, just stop them.
Why should I?
Because you're the only one who can.
In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead.
I told you before, I don't know the details.
I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give in to their demands? Let them have Big Boss's remains.
You see...
Or is there some reason that you can't do that? Something you haven't told me about?
Publicly, the president has been very vocal in his opposition to eugenics experiments. We don't want the existence of the genome army to go public.
And that's the only reason? Huh. Hell with you.
I'm sorry.
The corpse of the DARPA chief is lying right here next to me.
Oh, man.
But it's strange. He looks and smells like he's been dead for days. All his blood's been drained out, too.
Drained?
Maybe to slow down decomposition?
I have no idea.
But the chief only died a few hours ago, right?
Right. But he's already started to decompose.
What could it all be about?
Something in his blood that they wanted?
I doubt it. Just the nanomachines in the transmitter.
Did the chief tell them his detonation code?
I'm afraid so. It looks like they've got both codes and are nearly ready to launch.
Damn. Is there any way to prevent it?
It seems that there's some type of emergency override device that can cancel out the detonation code. It's a countermeasure that Arms Tech installed secretly. You have to unlock it with 3 special card keys.
And where are those keys?
I've got one of them. I don't know where the other 2 are. Besides, I'm locked up here.
We've got no choice. Forget about the keys. Your top priority now is to destroy Metal Gear itself. I'm sorry to have to lay it all in your lap, but you're all I've got. Bust out of there and get to the communications tower. Also...
What?
I know it's asking a lot.
Meryl, right?
Yeah.
I'll save her.
Thanks.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm looking for something under the bed to see if there was a ration or something there. If you must know. But that's going to come in handy. So what we're going to have to do is that this will carry on for a little bit. And then what is going to happen is that we're going to have one more session with Ocelot. And then when they bring us back here, he is going to have to run to the can because his cold is going to make his life really unpleasant. And when he comes back out,
It's showtime.
we'll be hiding and he'll have to come in and see where we're at.
Okay, I'll tell you once more.
So we're put back on the bed. We get a repeat of the
Press
same
circle
thing.
button.
So I'm just going to zip through that because no point in worrying about it. And then here we go.
How did you like that?
Now, he may do it 4 times.
Shall
He may
we
do it
go
3
again?
times. We won't know until we're done.
Had enough yet? We're not finished yet.
Of course we're not. I think he's going to do one more. Yep, he's going
Want
to
me to
try
go
one
on?
more.
Can you take one more? a strong man. Well, that's enough for now, I think.
So we make it through the 2.
We live in a sad age. Imperialism, totalitarianism, perestroika. 20th century Russia has had its share of problems, but at least they had an ideology. Russia today has nothing.
They're struggling between freedom and order, and with that struggle, a new spirit of nationalism has been born.
The boss has a close friend high up in the Russian government. He's currently the head of Spetsnaz. He's agreed to purchase this new nuclear weapons system. The Hind was just a down payment.
So you're in this for money?
I don't need money. I want Russia to be reborn, to lead a brave new world order.
And it wouldn't be a video game, or it wouldn't be a cheesy 80s, 90s style action movie without completely unnecessary dialogue like that. So now we're back in the cell. The DARPA chief is still there. Now if we wait a minute, old Junior Barnes here, our guard, is going to have to go. Quite literally.
You okay, Snake?
Yeah. Nothing new to report.
Snake, is there anything I can do?
Yeah. My arm hurts.
Poor Snake. I'll increase the level of painkillers in your blood.
Okay, but you can leave out the Benzedrine. That stuff makes me too frisky.
I guess you're not feeling too bad after all. Snake, put the controller up against your arm.
What?
Don't worry, it'll feel good.
And this is another little quirk that they put in this, because they
here
knew
I
you were
go.
going to spend so much time mashing the button, that they use the vibration function in the game to actually
How does that feel, Snake? A little better?
How did you do that?
provide like
I
vibration to
simulated
your
muscle
arm.
fibers with the nanomachine cilia.
Why they
That's
needed
about
thought
all I
they
can
needed
do
to put
for
it in
you.
there, I don't know, but that was one of the
Naomi,
really quirky,
please talk to me.
fairly revolutionary
Say
things
something to
about
take my
this
mind
game,
off the pain.
which in a lot of ways is
What
funny
can I
because
say?
it harkens back to what we did for episode 50 of Sucker
I'm
Punch
not a
Sunday
very
the
good
other
talker.
day,
Please.
where we were talking about the original Ninja
Tell me
Gaiden
about
and how
yourself.
that was a
Myself.
game that really incorporated
That's
a
a
lot
tough one.
of the
Any
cinematics and things that we see in games like this.
That's not a happy topic for me.
I don't have any family. No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand.
Big Boss.
What? Big Boss? I had no idea.
There was no way you could. It happened in Zanzibar 6 years ago. Only Snake and I know the real truth of what happened there.
So, is it true? Was Big Boss really your father?
That's what he said. That's all I know.
And you were able to kill him? Knowing that?
Yup.
How?
He wanted it. Besides, some people just need killing.
That's patricide.
Yup. That's the trauma that Mantis was talking about. The one we share in common.
Is that why you left Foxhound?
Let's just say that I needed to be alone for a while, and Alaska was the perfect place.
Snake. I didn't have a real family either. Just a big brother who put me through school. We weren't even blood related, and he was much older than me.
So now we get the obligatory backstory on both
He's
Snake
dead.
and Naomi.
I'm sorry.
And of course, this is all going to play into the rest of the
Snake.
game, and not trying to
Is
spoil
there a
it.
woman in your life?
After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
But a lot of this could have been
Friends.
trimmed down too,
Roy
really.
Campbell.
Because it was just, it's arbitrary stuff that
You're
you
still
can
calling me
really,
friend?
if anything, can fast forward
Is
through
that
it.
it?
No. There was another. Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox. Gray Fox.
I learned a lot from him.
But didn't you try to kill each other?
It's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
I first met him on the battlefield. He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven. but he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
You knew him well.
And that continuity holds up
No.
because we actually did
We never
find
talked about
him.
our
That was the
personal
first part
lives.
of the mission we had
Sort
to
of an
run
unwritten rule.
in the original Metal Gear.
The next time I
And
saw
we
him on
did
the
have to fight
battlefield, we
Gray
were
Fox at the
enemies.
end of Metal Gear
We were
2.
fighting barehanded in a minefield. I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's like a sport.
Men and their games. You're like wild animals.
You're right. We are animals.
So if you were friends, then how do you explain the ninja's behavior?
I don't know.
It's your genes. They make you predisposed towards violence.
You really like talking about genes, Naomi. Why did you get into genetic research anyway?
I never knew who my parents were, or even what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
So you studied about DNA.
Yeah. I thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in that person's memory.
Memory is stored in DNA?
We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of the 4 bases in their DNA.
So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you?
Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller.
Damn it, Jim.
Oh, my stomach.
Now, if we watch him,
Damn it.
he is actually running with his hands over his backside to make sure he does not soil himself. And now what we want to do is we just want to camp out here under the bed.
Hey, I'm here.
Where?
And Otacon's here.
It's me.
Otacon.
Wow, they even captured you.
Hurry, get me out of here.
Let me go. That hurts.
Hurry up.
Is that how you ask a guy a favor? Let me go. Jeez, it's like an animal's cage. Oh, what a smell.
Because of him.
Yeah, it's the Derpa Chief.
You don't hurry up and get me out of here, I'll be laying next to him.
Those bastards. This lock won't open with a security card. You need a key like the soldiers carry.
So what are you doing here then?
I thought you might be hungry. If you need more food, I can bring some more later. Also, I got you this level 6 card. It'll get you out of that torture room. Here, take this too.
What's this?
It's a handkerchief. I got it from Sniper Wolf.
Why?
I don't know why, but she's nice to me.
Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome to me.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over, they were planning to shoot all the dogs.
That's
But
not
Sniper
cool.
Wolf stopped them. She even let me feed them when I asked. She likes dogs. She must be a good person. Please don't hurt her.
Wake up, you idiot. She's the one who shot Meryl.
Well, that's all I can do.
They're planning to launch a nuke. I've got to stop them.
Then you have to get past the communications tower.
First, you have to get me out of here.
Come on, I'm trying my best.
That guard's got the key. You'll have to take him out.
Give me a break. I'm no soldier. I can't take anybody out.
You have to.
I'll be killed.
And besides, he's coming, so I gotta go.
Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Wait.
So if I hide here and he comes out, we should hear an alert. Because the guard will realize I'm not here.
Huh? He's gone.
That way I put him down. Now I get out of here. Grab the ration really quick. Equip the card. And reclaim my gear. So now I have everything I need to get out of here. But I also have a timer sitting here, which I need to get rid of. Because somebody had put a bomb in my cache.
That was a close one, Snake.
Ocelot, you'll pay for that.
So we've got a camera there guarding that door. And we can't do anything here in this bathroom. But what we can do is in the next episode, what we'll have to work out is we'll have to get through this door and then get back to the communications tower so we can be where we were when we fought Sniper Wolf. And then we'll be able to carry on with taking out Metal Gear. So, yeah, this part of the game gets a little bit tedious because we've got to take out Sniper Wolf. We got to go and get the sniper rifle, which takes a while. The fight with her can go longer than you would anticipate. And then we've got to withstand the torture with Ocelot and be able to go through all that exposition with the Colonel and Naomi and Otacon. And then as long as you're able to get under the bunk in time and have the guard come in and realize that you're not there, then you can take him out, get your stuff, and now you're ready to go. So in the next episode, we will carry on from here and get a little bit further in our quest to blow up Metal Gear Rex and, of course, save the world from potential nuclear Armageddon. What's the worst that could happen? In the meantime, my name is Ronan. It's been great to spend this time with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming. We will see you in the next one. Bye.